Give us a bit more noise than that. There you go. Pretend you're at the MCG. It's the only about 3 minutes left in the last quarter and Jamie Elliott's got the ball. Then what would you do? There you go. That's heaps better. Thank you very much. Welcome to the That's Good Footy panel show. Welcome to the Craigieburn Sporting Club. Great to have you all here. This is Collingwood night, all right? We're really looking forward to getting to meet these two boys. We'll bring them out here. These are the only live and interactive footy panel shows going around. This is where the shows are for the passionate supporters. And I presume that's you guys, yeah? Okay, all right. Well, this is where you'll get to see the players in a little bit of a different light. Let's get on with it. Please welcome to the show our first panellist. He was born on the 4th of February in 1993. He's played a total of 161 games and he's kicked 99 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 41 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, BrokerrocheR.
Side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name.
Thank you. No, that's good. That's good. We've still got another one, so we don't want you to wear yourselves out on the first. Get used to it. Bro, it's good to see you, mate. Nice to be out in a different environment again.
Yeah, definitely excited to be here, and what a time to do it. Finals time's coming up. Yeah, had an awesome year and top four. Couldn't ask for anything better.
How brilliant is it?
Very excited, as I'm sure all you are as well. And we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Brody's second time on the show. We had him on earlier on this year. He was fantastic. We liked him so much that I had to make the call and say, get back out here. We want to do it again. So that was pretty awesome. We're going to make sure we have another good time with him tonight. But we want to get this next guy out here because I haven't met him. I did just that backstage before, but I'm looking forward to having a chat with him tonight. He's got an interesting story to tell. We hope you enjoy his company. He is our second panellist. He was born on the 6th of October in 1997. He's played a total of 6 games and he's kicked 13 goals. He made his AFL debut this year, 2022. And when he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 40 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Ashley Johnson.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shining.
Go on, sing it. Can you do it?
All barricades shine. All the premierships are cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Wow, there you go. Oh, I like that. Look at that. How good's that? Number 40 already. Yeah. Mate, like an old man into a warm bath. What a reception that was. Lady over there holding your jumper. We've got a lady down here that's just about gone nuts for you. It's just... welcome, mate. We're going to go easy with you because we don't want to intimidate you too much. I can tell it's a bit like a deer in headlights at the moment. But welcome to your first show. How are you adjusting to life at the moment?
It's pretty surreal. I've got great support, so I think everything's just gone well for me. Come in at the right time.
Haven't you just? Couldn't have picked a better time to come on board with the black and white. I wanted to go through a couple of things, boys. I just wanted, before we get stuck into the show, we've had sackings, appointments, retirements, heartbreak, jubilation, drama, controversy, disappointment, and that's just been in the last week. That's been pretty full on. There's been a lot going on in football. Now to get stuck into the finals, we've got 4 classic games with 8 great teams. All of them will be battling each other for the right to hold the Premiership Cup aloft on the last Saturday in September. And the best part is, for all of us, right, is the game is back at where it belongs, the mighty MCG. How cool is that? The reason I bring it up is because we're all Melburnians. We went through 2 years of lockdowns, restrictions, isolation rules and curfews. Curfews! God damn it. But the day that we've been waiting for, it's nearly here. Now, before we get started tonight, I just wanted to congratulate both Jack Ginnivan and Isaac Quaynor and Nick Dacos for their under-22 selection. Pretty good. Very good for the boys. But while I'm at it, I also wanted to just throw some congratulations out there for Bruzzy, Braden Maynard, Josh Dacos. I saw somebody here in a 25 jumper before. Jack Crisp. Most consecutive games of the Collingwood Football Club. It's just been unbelievable. For their selection in the All-Australian trip, well done to all 6 players from the Collingwood Football Club. It's been amazing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like that. It has been. No more than that. Let's get on with the show. Let's get stuck into it. Let's do it in our first little segment. It's called Who Are You? All right. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do things a little bit different than what you're probably used to. We're just going to find out a little bit about the boys, and we're going to go on a journey with them. I wanted to ask you guys some questions. You just answer them as freely as they come out of your mouth, all right? Growing up as a kid, how often would you like to catch up with your friends at school, in the park, or down at the local oval for a kick? What was your situation for you?
For me, it was probably having kicks with my brothers in the front and backyard.
Yep.
Both my brothers are into their footy as well, and I just recently put a photo on social media of my brothers in 2000 grand final for Essendon, and us playing markings up in the front yard, getting photos taken of us. So earliest memories are with them, and then loved my school footy as well. We had a lot of success as a school team, and a lot of my mates played in that team. So memories of that are very, very good, and they're the memories I cherish and things I don't forget.
The circumstance I wanted to go into is like when you were at school and you were growing up and you couldn't wait to get the leather in your hand. Would you shoot around to the park after school? Would it be a continuous thing where you always wanted to be like playing football, doing something football?
Yeah, it was. It was very cold in Tassie, so we didn't get outside all that much. Unfortunately, the grounds weren't too good, and it was always raining.
Especially if you played in Queenstown.
Oh, that's If you don't know Queenstown, gravel football oval. I've never played there, but I've been close there, and you're playing in a foot of mud.
Yeah.
And it's a good experience.
Absolutely.
And, I'd have to say you couldn't explain it.
You've played on some different grounds, I would imagine, over your journey, right? Let's get that clear. I do understand that. This oval that Brodie's alluding to is just all gravel. So if you go up and go for a mark, you're coming down on a rock. Not probably something you'd be used to. Not a good environment, I would be suggesting. Yeah. Give us a little bit of an indication with you when you were growing up. You get together with all the boys. What would be your circumstance with wanting to play football?
So like most football players would say, they grew up with a ball in their hand. Back home, literally everyone. Still do till this day. You find kids walking around the street. Because this is a very small town, like 1,500 people. A lot of kids just walking around with a footy in their hand, kicking goals in any post they see. So between trees. Just everyday life.
How good.
They live the footy life. Yeah,
good. Did you used to dominate when you had these catch-ups? You played with your brothers. Were you the dominant one? Were you like, get out of my way, I'm taking the ball?
I'm the tallest one now and could probably bully them a bit, but they used to bully me when I was young. Right. And in school footy, I was never the flashiest player. I don't think I still am, but... I used to play in the rock. I always had people better than me, but just used to just love it. And I'd say go on.
A little bit of domination.
Yeah.
What about you though, Ash? Were you probably, because I know there's a situation I've read up on, obviously cousins and brothers and so forth. Were you the dominant one when you used to get to play with everyone when you hang out?
So mine's a bit of a funny one. I'm one of 8 siblings, so third oldest, so whenever the 2 oldest is out the door, I'm the dominant one. But my second oldest brother is Shane McAdam. He plays for the Crows. Yeah. So it was pretty competitive growing up with him. First 2 cousins played Jai Farah with Gold Coast, and Sam Seaton from Carlton, but went to Eagles last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, footy in the blood.
How good's that? But imagine that, you've got 4 basically siblings, and within that tight group that have all played AFL standards.
Yeah.
We're talking like you don't want to let the ball out of your hands, because if they get it, look out. What I wanted to ask you is, growing up as a kid, was one of the things taking a specky or kicking a miraculous goal? Which was the highlight? Which would you want to do the most? Take a specky or kick the miraculous goal?
It was both.
Just both?
Yeah, both.
Because I've seen the one that you took at Sturt, and
Yeah.
I've obviously watched the goal that you kicked last weekend.
Yeah, so on the way to the Oval, we'd kick goals, like I said, between anything on the way to the Oval.
Yeah.
And then at the Oval, just kick goals.
Is
He does that at the MCG now. Kicks them
exactly.
from all angles. Yeah.
Is it part of the way that you've always manipulated the ball to do what you want? Kind of like, I don't want to use a comparison here, but as Shane Warne could like spin the ball out of his hand, are you the same with the way that you sort of treat the football?
I don't know, but that one you saw on the weekend was a fluke.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first, it was a fluke. I like that. Well done. Who did you grow up barracking for, boys?
I grew up barracking for Essendon.
Okay. Always goes down well in the Collingwood crowd, that one. Yeah.
So whenever we beat them, it's awesome.
It's bloody sweet now.
My brothers still do go for them,
Okay.
but after their dismal year, I think they're more going for Collingwood. So we're starting to turn them just slowly, but.
Good. Essendon probably doing that themselves more than you are.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's not bad. And dismal was a nice choice of words. There could have been a few superlatives you could have used there. Who did you used to grow up barracking
Yeah,
for?
I was a Richmond supporter. Everyone back home in WA, keep going. Everyone back home was WA, so Eagles, Dockers. I just wanted to be different.
Yeah, I like it. Going back to your first game, you've just been told you're playing this week. We're only going back 6 games for you, so it's going to be nice and fresh in your memory. Who was the first person you told, and what was their reaction? And I'll go with you first, Ash.
Mine was my older brother, because it was against him in Adelaide.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. What did he say?
Yeah, good.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. All right. What about you, Broads? Who did you? Who got the first phone call?
I think it was my dad.
Okay.
I got the worst memories, so
Right.
yeah, going back 4 years ago, it's a bit too much for me. It would have had to be my dad, I'm sure.
And you can imagine his reaction would have been.
Oh yeah, just that whole week. I think the worst part was organising tickets to give to family members and that, and
all
I
of a
palmed it off to them, and it was a bit crazy even for them to figure out who's coming, and it just all happened.
Unfolded before your eyes.
I was lucky enough to get a win for it, and had an awesome day.
And all you really wanted to do was just concentrate on your football. You don't want to be worried about all those other things, the side things. In relation to you, you've obviously explained who you spoke to. What was the emotion like though for you, knowing that you're now going to be playing for one of the biggest clubs in the land?
There was a lot of emotions because I got drafted so late. Well, not so late, but everyone gets drafted at age 18.
Yeah. Yep.
I was 23. I had a bit of a journey, so I've been WA,
Because
Darwin.
I'll actually go through a lot of that with you, but I was just thinking about the first.
And then just looking back on my journey, it was I was so happy.
A reflective moment. Yeah, good.
I'd say it was similar for me as well. I played when I was 24, and I think Ash, seeing him through the last year and this year, his confidence to come straight in and play good footy. Yeah. Sort of like what I like, the belief that we can play at the level, and he didn't seem nervous at all, and it was sort of what I went through as well, and it was more of a calming feel, and just go out there and play. Just
do your thing. Yeah. I get it. What was the emotion like for you when you're standing in the change room six games ago, and you finally put the Collingwood jumper on? First time, you're not a supporter anymore. You're not a fan.
I just looked around the room, seeing people like Brody, Scott Pendlebury, all the older boys, that we trained with. I just wanted to be a part of the AFL squad, and I just felt really proud.
Wow. So you've just whacked the jumper on, you're looking down, you're going, black and white stripes, I'm here. I'm playing for Collingwood. Was that emotion? Did you get a pinch me moment out of that where you're like, wow, it's really happening?
I was real happy. I just knew how they wanted me to play, so I just played my game, be confident with how I play, and went out there and kicked two.
Good. And you? What was
it's the same every week when you put it on. I think we get told heaps, like when you chuck the jumper on, you get a boost of energy, a sense of pride. The first game to even the last game, it's the same feeling, and it's more than just yourself. It's the fans, it's the history. So it's an awesome feeling to put on every week.
Yeah, I understand. Footy cards. Did you have friends? Did you have people that used to collect them? AFL football cards?
Yeah, back in the days.
Okay.
Not so much.
No?
Yeah.
So I know you probably haven't seen one of yourself yet, but what do you think you're going to do when you first look at one with you? There you are.
Frame it.
Excellent. Good. Sign it and then frame it, all right? And get a certificate of authenticity if you can, because people always question that.
That'll be the only thing on my wall too.
Yeah, right. Get it blown up big size. Yeah, great. Excellent. Broads, did you used to collect, and if you did?
I did. I got given a card of myself from Will Hoscianelli, its sister, so that's in the glove box of my car.
Oh, really?
My brother's been collecting them. He's been going on eBay trying to find sets of the previous years and all that. So he's getting into it.
Yeah,
and
right.
I've seen a few of my cards. There's one a caricature of me with a massive nose, and it's not very flattering. But it's interesting what they come up with.
Absolutely. We alluded to it before, but I just want to ask you again, does everyone now in the family barrack who you play for, or are there still divisions? Are there fence sitters out there?
Mum's got 2 Guernseys sitting on top of the TV, so Crows and Collingwood.
Yeah, right.
And then my nan's got 3, 4 actual, Collingwood, Crows, Eagles and Gold Coast.
How's that?
So I think whoever they watch, they go for.
That's good enough answer for that. What about you, Broads?
Pretty much everyone.
Brothers.
Yeah, the brothers are probably the only ones that aren't. The amount of support from the family, as you'd imagine, has been awesome since the first day. So it's it's amazing.
Excellent. I wanted to ask you this because it's fresh in your mind. Again, I keep referring you to the point that 6 games ago. Can you remember turning up to training for the first day? Did you know where to park? Did you know where to sit when you go inside when you're actually at training?
So I first moved in with Darcy Cameron.
Okay.
I caught a lift with him most of the time.
Yeah.
Just followed him like a big brother because he actually went to school with Shane, my older brother, in Perth.
Right.
So there was a connection there.
Yep.
Just followed him around like a fly.
They didn't pull any pranks on you and say, "Oh, sit here," anything like that.
No, not that I remember.
And then Scott Pendlebury walks in and goes, "What are you doing in my seat?" Nothing like that. Yeah. Okay. I saw you in the gym the other day doing some squats. That was looking quite impressive.
Yeah, I need to do more.
All comes in great time.
Yeah.
And it just alluding to the same fact for you when you turned up for your first time at Collingwood training.
Yeah, Max Lynch actually tells me this a bit. When I showed up, he thought I was the new gym instructor, and
physical trainer.
Looked at my legs. He's like, "Oh, this guy's not even a player. He looks like he's been lifting all his life." So that was a little funny thing from the first one, but I come in straight from a full-time job. So I worked on the Monday and I was in Collingwood on the Tuesday. Very different working environments.
Absolutely.
But anyone that comes in, it's been loved from the first day on. So Ash come in mid-year last year and we're locker buddies at the moment,
Oh,
so
cool, yeah, of course.
we have some good times in the locker room. But
Taking him under your wing?
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
There you go. Excellent. What has been the biggest crowd? I need to ask you this one. What's been the biggest crowd that you've played in front of? Biggest crowd that you've played in front of, and what was that feeling like walking up the race for the very first time?
Yeah,
Share that
so
story with us.
Just on the weekend, that was the biggest.
What was it like, Ash? What's it like? Take us into that journey for you. You're coming up the race. You're playing for Collingwood Football Club. You're walking out in front of 80-odd thousand people.
I just feel real supported by not only the club, the fans. They've been unreal.
That's great.
I've copped a lot of support even
That's
from
wonderful.
them. Yeah.
Yep. So the emotion for you, you're coming up the race, you see there's 80,000, they go nuts, the Collingwood song's playing, you're about to run through the banner, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, well, they're shouting your name, and they know what you're on the team for, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is that? What was it like for you? We won't go back to biggest crowd. Just for you, what was it like on Sunday? Going against arch nemesis, arch rival. You get to beat them by 1 point. All right, let's just keep talking about that. You can talk about that until the cows come home. But my point being from that, what was it like for you running up there? You've played in front of a lot of big crowds of late and over your journey. But what was this one like?
It was
Sunday?
very, very special. I think the biggest thing for me on the weekend was to hear the Carlton fans in that third quarter.
Okay.
It was 8-1, and to hear them go up, and then like by the end of midway through the last, it was our supporters. I could imagine how you all. Yeah, I said after the game, there's going to be a few fights with some supporters at the end, but just a change of momentum from the crowd, and if you don't think it helps us players on the ground, it definitely does when everyone's up and about and chanting Collingwood. Just don't chant it too early because it might jinx us. But I think we've done enough comebacks this year to warrant the Collingwood champ. But it's an awesome feeling every week, and it just goes to show how much we miss crowds in the COVID years, and how much it means to us players.
Yeah, for sure. 23 rounds in every season. 12 of yours have been, under like 10 or 11 points. It's been pretty amazing. If it was your choice and not the coaches, you take over for a sec. If it was your choice and not the coaches, what position would you want to play?
Stay forward.
Yeah, stay forward. Yeah, you're happy with everything?
Not much running.
Ash and myself out of the square.
Take it up as that. Was there another sport that you ever thought about playing? Was footy the only thing you were ever interested in?
No, there was basketball back home.
Okay.
They do a comp every year at the end of every year. So I've been into that quite a lot.
Yeah, right. And you enjoyed playing basketball. Was there ever a decision between the two for you?
Yeah, we had a family team against towns that come around it's called the Kimbleys. All towns around home come together.
Right.
And, just play a carnival there.
How cool is that?
Played basketball as a kid.
Yeah.
Soccer, tennis, a few other things, but nothing too serious. I tried out for the under-16 Tassie state team for basketball, didn't make it, so I squashed that idea of ever making it as a basketball player.
It was interesting. I was chatting last night. We had Mitch Wallace on, and he was alluding to the fact that he was always encouraged to go out and play any kind of sport. And he was saying to the audience, if you get the chance and your kids are growing up, play as much sport as you can. It's great because basketball was one of those sports that is quite adaptable into AFL football. You see the skills, if you can bounce the ball in a certain way that you know which way it's going to bounce, you can read the play. They're two sports that actually can go quite hand in hand. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And just the team aspect of a smaller group in basketball. It's similar to a forward line in footy. All working quite well. And, I do have shocking ankles from basketball though, from rolling my ankles all the time. So there's downsides of playing basketball as well.
I hear. Did you used to watch a lot of AFL footy, Ash? And if you did you watch it with the sound up or the sound down? Because there's some commentators that, But did you watch a lot of AFL football?
Yeah, growing up I did. A lot of the families did. Every grand final, the town would go crazy.
Yeah, right.
You'd see banners at the front of their houses.
Cool.
People, drinking.
Yeah.
Just going crazy. They love it up there.
Yeah, good. And Broads, what about for you? Did you used to watch a lot of football? Do you still watch a lot of football?
I used to watch a lot of football. I think trying to get into the AFL, I probably watched a bit more to just see how and learn players, what they do. I don't like watching it now because it keeps me in a football mindset.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm always either comparing myself to others or seeing what others do, and it's good to get a break from football.
Yeah, I understand.
A lot of times. So I do like close games and exciting games.
Yep.
It gets you. I think Carlton and Melbourne a few weeks ago. The heart was pumping at the end of that.
Yeah,
so. It's good to watch close games, but not too much of it.
Okay. What outside of AFL? What's your other favourite sport to watch? What do you like to watch?
Video games? No.
Don't say Fortnite.
NBA when it's on.
Okay. Yep.
Nothing much.
No. Okay. And Broads?
Not that much for me. I watch documentaries of sport. There's a few good soccer documentaries out there. I watch soccer highlights.
Yep.
So
Your focus is on that. Before a big game, do you like to get into your own space? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you quiet, or do you just like going about your own business and you've got a routine?
Yeah, just try to keep the same routine.
Okay.
I usually go for a walk in the morning, tick the legs over, get a coffee.
Nice.
That's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the thing I enjoy about home games is we walk over to the ground. There's I'd say over 10 of us that walk over every game, and it's just nice to get involved with the crowd and fans that walk over at the same time.
Interaction.
And, we walk back after the game too,
nice.
and it's all been positive this year, and
good.
That's something I enjoy.
And you've just been handed a first-class ticket to go anywhere in the world. Where are you going and why?
I'm not a big fan of travelling.
No, really?
I've said that to all the boys.
Yeah?
They all ask what I'm doing on my break. Just going home. Back to the small town of 1,500 people.
Wow.
See the same faces I've seen the whole 22 years.
Beautiful. Love it. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Great answer.
I've been seeing everyone at the like Santorini and in Italy and all that, so that looks nice. So it's making me want to go there.
Yeah, it's on the bucket list.
Get away from this miserable weather.
I hear. Who's been your biggest influence in your footy journey for both of you? Who's been your biggest influence? Someone you can just pinpoint right now.
A lot of my families, but I'd say Shane McAdam, my older brother with the Crows. 'Cause I was with him most of my life. Just seeing how he became a AFL footballer.
Wow.
I was living with him for the last 3-4 years in Adelaide. Just living with him just showed me what it takes.
Yeah. He'd be super proud of you, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Good. Broads, who would be your biggest influence? Anyone you can pinpoint off the top of your head?
I'd say working closely with him, Jamie Elliott, the way he goes about it. He makes you want to do better out on the ground. He's a great leader, and
That's great.
I bounce off him quite well, and we work well together. And he's someone that makes it enjoyable to go out there every week. I know what he's going to bring. He knows what I'm going to bring, and yeah, he's a great player to
amazing.
play along with.
I know Jamie's been in the system for quite a while, and I think he's had about 89 games off through injury. To come back, he's been up against the wall. He's come back, and to do what he's doing now, it's just testament to the hard work that he's put in. Brilliant. I love it. One last question that I wanted to ask you here. How are you with flying? Do you like flying? And if you, whether you do or whether you don't, you like leg room? Do you need a pillow? You want your headphones on? You got a stream? What's the go with you?
Stay away from him. No. No, he's such a down-to-earth bloke.
No, I'm talking about you when you're flying.
I thought you said
No.
we'd fly.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, with fly, yeah. Yeah, cool. That's why you said stay away from me. I like that, yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah. How are you with fly? I might write that down.
Yeah.
No, how are you with flying?
Flying.
Yeah, when you've got an interstate game.
When it's 2 hours plus, I hate it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep.
I usually get up, walk up and down the aisle.
Pacing.
Sometimes stand around there.
Yeah,
Pretend I'm waiting in line for the toilet when it's open.
I get it. All right, that makes sense. What about you, Broads? How are you?
I used to love it. Every trip on a plane from Tassie was an awesome experience. I don't really like it now because I think I watch too many scary movies that happen on planes, so it puts me off a bit. So I'll chuck the headphones in and once I'm in the air, I'm fine, but takeoff and landing, gets a bit nervy.
No worries. All right, what I want to do now is I just want to go into a little bit more. I'm going to do a little bit of a player profile with you. I'm going to start with you, Ash, first, and then so you can relax for a sec, and then I'll come over to you in a sec, Broads. What I want to do, I'm just going to go through some things, and you can just chime in, all right? I wanted to call this show The Journeyman, because you and Broads have already done the hardest of yards to get to the AFL level. Don't let anyone tell you playing football at the highest level is easy, because aside from the fact that you've already played with 7 clubs in your football journey, but to put things into even a greater perspective is that where you have come from is at least 10 hours away from a major airport. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Wow. All right. A little place called Halls Creek. Tell us about Halls Creek. I know you've said 1,500 people, but give us a little bit.
Yeah, so I have a very huge family. My grandmother is one of 12. They've got kids, they've got kids. So I know most of the people in the town.
Yeah.
Just such a loving family and town.
Yeah.
They love everything, especially footy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. It makes me laugh now when I hear people say, why don't you do a show over this side of town? I used to have to travel 10 hours just to get to a major airport. That's unbelievable. You're obviously gifted and talented footballer. What is your driving force? Like, what do you want to achieve, or what are you doing currently that is getting you to where you want to be?
Just do what I've been doing, kicking goals, being the best person for my family and my town.
Yes.
Being a role model, especially.
Fabulous.
And just leading the way for the next generation.
Oh, I love it. Great answer. Good man. Well done. I ask that question because someone that has been through the system at 7 clubs needs to be finding the will. You're obviously determined and hungry for success, and you're pushing yourself to achieve your ultimate goals. You did just allude to it there, but I just want to say, is family part of the inspiration, or are there other driving forces behind it that keep you going?
For me, it's definitely family. They've been my biggest support. Whenever I felt homesick and wanted to go home, they always said that it's still the same.
Yeah.
We're still here. Just do what you do, and we're always going to be proud. So
That's brilliant,
I think it's
mate.
definitely family.
That's wonderful. Great support. I love it. I had Marlon Pickett on from Richmond and Matty Parker. Matty Parker's now gone back to WA. The boys spoke exactly the same in the same vein that you are, so I can understand where you're going. Are you a big game player? Does the crowd and associated noise from the big games give you an even bigger rush of adrenaline? What's the emotion for you?
I feel like I am. The things I've been doing, I just cop a lot of support for it. With the boys, Checkers as well, mainly. He's always supporting me when the ball's not even in the 50, so he's just making sure I'm doing the good thing and get rewarded for it.
That's brilliant. Keep ticking the boxes. You're picked up number 3 in the 2021 mid-season draft. There was a sigh of relief when you heard your name called out, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
There was nothing else said.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gathering there might have been a few superlatives thrown in there. What's your favourite part of the game? Taking a specky, kicking the impossible goal. I did allude to that before, but playing footy with your mates. What's the most important thing about footy to you?
Definitely looking up at the screen when I kick a goal. No.
He's only human, come on. Yeah.
Nah, everything. I think just having great teammates.
Yep.
Like I said before, the support, you cop a lot of it, so just enjoy and
I just wanted to give you one last chance to say something here. Who would you like to thank the most for on the journey that you've been?
That's a hard question.
It is. And I don't necessarily mean that I want you to single anyone out, but if there's some people that you'd like to just say, thank you.
No, that's probably too hard. Probably everyone.
There's too many
my
people.
My family, especially.
Yeah.
My mum.
Yep.
Definitely my mum.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a dad, so he passed away recently.
Okay.
Not recently, but 4 years ago.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's been my biggest support.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Talk to her every day.
Yeah.
She's proud, so yeah.
That's lovely. Please put your hands together for Ash, everyone. Thank you, mate. The questions are not trying to get too personal. They're just to find out a little bit about you and to show the fans that there's another side to you. And you have had an amazing journey to get to where you are. So congratulations on that. Brody, I want to step over to you now. You can relax now, Ash, and drink of water. And don't go to sleep on me, though. Mate, I had the pleasure of going home on the weekend. We had a bit of a school reunion back home in Burnie, which was pretty cool. Got to run into Peter Johnson, who's a very good family friend of mine, and asked me to pass on best wishes to you. Also spoke about a lady that was associated with the Burnie Dockers at the time, coming down with, unfortunately, in the circumstance for her, cancer. You went back and they asked if you might be able to do something, and you went above and beyond, got a whole Collingwood jumper signed and sent back, and they did it for the charity auction, which was absolutely wonderful. I commend you on that. What a lovely thing to do. I said that I had Brody when he was on the panel last time, so not to go over old ground, but for the benefit of those in the room here tonight, your journey to the big time has seen you travel a long, hard road as well, and I just want to go through it. Let's start with Burnie. You played in the 2012 Tasmanian State League Grand Final, so you've tasted success at that level. You then decided to make the move to Melbourne, where you joined Werribee in 2014, you won the Players Player Award, another accomplishment, and one which is testament to your abilities as a talented footballer. In 2016, you played for your first season at your new club, Port Melbourne, and you won the club's B&F. So wherever you're going, you're making an impression and you're getting rewarded for it. Then in 2017, you played in the VFL Grand Final, where Port won the flag. You're also in another special group of eliteness, whereby you and one other player are the only ones to kick 4 goals in your debut VFL AFL game. How much can you remember about that game?
A fair bit.
Okay.
I still remember my first goal. Thankfully we were playing good footy and beat Fremantle by I think 60 points or something like that. The more memorable thing was how my family was after that game. I had my nan down there, and she doesn't get to many games, but she was over the moon. Wow. And she's from Croatia and doesn't speak like very good English, and she probably doesn't know what's going on a bit of the time with footy, but just to see me finally live out a dream, and so that was a special moment. And same with my dad, who he played for Essendon for 13 games, and he's living his dream through me as well, and he's one that he's moved over to Melbourne recently, or midway through last year, and he's been nearly every game. And
fantastic.
He's riding the wave.
Great
as
family
I
support
am now,
again.
and that first game was it was a family thing, and that was what I
Amazing.
remember. Yeah,
That's brilliant. Let's not forget, for everyone in the room, you were a backman, and then you swung over
yep.
to become a forward.
Yeah.
And, Collingwood reaped the benefits of that. But the successes that I just alluded to then, you've tasted success at just about every step of your journey.
Yeah, been very lucky. Playing for Burnie, 19-year-old winning a state league premiership there. Probably didn't take it for granted back then, but definitely something I'm proud of now.
Yeah.
And another thing proud of is the best and fairest of Port Melbourne. Once you get there, you know the history of the Port Melbourne Footy Club.
It's a rich history too.
Yeah, and I've had team success, but no one's ever really, I've never really won too many awards by myself, so personal awards, and to know that I'd played well that year, and that was one of the years I was trying to get drafted, and to know that I was good enough to play at a good level and stand out was very reassuring for me, and very proud of that medal, and it shot my confidence up to know what I'm capable of, and loved it.
Legend. Beautiful. I love that too. You as well played in the 2018 Grand Final in front of 100,022 people, where the Pies lost, to West Coast in that infamous Don Sheed kick from the boundary line in the forward pocket with less than 2 minutes to go. But the week before, you had knocked out flag favourites Richmond in front of 94,959 people in the first prelim. So as a person first and as a footballer second, what do you take from those experiences like that and all other things that have led you to this point?
What I've learnt is that grand finals are very hard to come by, and to get that in my first year was amazing. It was a awesome run and awesome 4 weeks for the club, and you think it's going to happen every year, and it doesn't, and it's very hard. So what we're doing this year is very, very good for a lot of older players that have been there and never tasted it. So the young kids are riding the wave and going along with it. But I feel like I appreciate it more, and the experience was good. I still loved playing in the grand final, and to have it be a good grand final, you can go in there and lose by 100 points and you sulk forever. But to play in a good grand final and be so close to winning it, it's a great experience, and not many can say that they've ever made a grand final. So
obviously the Collingwood Football Club and all the players that are down there at the moment have got the benefit of having players like yourself around the club. You've got Scott Pendlebury, you've got a Stuart Sidebottom, the list goes on and on. My point that I wanted to make is, what's the message that you're telling to the younger group? Because the point that you just alluded to then was to say they don't come around as often as you think. They're a little bit rarer they're rarefied air. So what's your message to the young group as you go into this game that you're about to play? Not this weekend, obviously, but
what I did was just take it for what it is, enjoy the moment. We touched on it today as a club, like Fly's been successful with premierships, and he knows the feeling of winning. So I think at the end of the day, we just got to go out there and do what we have been doing, and we know we can handle ourselves in tighter games. So who knows, if we knew what we did back in 2018, we could have won in that situation. But I think we're ready for the challenge, and the young bloke should enjoy it, because they play their best footy when they don't think about things.
Exactly,
and like Ash,
good
just point. He can go out there. I'll do my best to help him out, and Guinea, Bo in the forward line. And just let them play as free as possible, and
good.
I'll do the hard stuff.
Bag the goals, I like it. I just wanted to go through this. Also, that narrow wins that you had that year, others with more knowledge and experience than I will offer up their thoughts and opinions about what he does in the playing group. I personally believe it says one thing, and one thing, it gives you the ultimate thing. So for the first thing is to believe, have the belief in the team at the moment's got buy-in. Or every player that I've spoken to or had the opportunity to watch in some way, even through a third person, everyone's got buy-in down at the club. Is that because of what Fly's been able to introduce, or is that does that come from each individual? What is it?
It's definitely what Fly's brought in. I've been learning stuff myself, and I'm sure Pendles, who's been in the system for ages, is still learning new things. As you said, the buy-in is from everyone, and as hard as it is for the VFL players to feel like they're a part of it, they're still buying in and helping the AFL team prepare the best they can for their next opponents. So it can't be taken for granted what they do, and we've had it one in all in and be winners every day, and it's definitely a mantra that's been with us the whole year, and it's working
and continue to be strong. Ash, I just want to ask you, we spoke about it before, you've been at 7 clubs. Is it amazing for you to walk into the Collingwood Football Club and see the amount of impact and the buy-in from the group? Are you excited by that?
Yeah, definitely. Just witnessing and the feeling of every club I've been to, this one's definitely made me feel myself and just be at home, and
How brilliant is that? Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for them. Thanks, guys. Thank you. All I wanted to do there was just go a little bit in depth with the boys, do a little bit of a player profile. I did call you the journeymen because you both have been on amazing journeys to get to where you are, and maybe this is just the start of what could be, the next part of your journey. So good luck with it all. Speaking of which, this is a footy panel show, so we're going to talk a little bit of football. We're going to talk about the tips, all right? You guys are going to give me a little bit of insight from your perspective. I'm just going to talk about the game. We're going to kick it off. It's Thursday, September the 1st. It's the elimination final. First one, Brisbane versus Richmond, 7:20 p.m. at the Gabba. Brisbane coming off a 58-point loss to Melbourne, who were dominant and made the Lions look second-rate. Tigers coming off a 66-point thrashing of Essendon. They will get back Grimes and Graham, most likely Lynch, and also most likely Dustin Martin, who's been on the sidelines for a bit of a lengthy stint. Probably one of the longest hamstrings I've ever seen. What do you think here, boys? Brisbane versus Richmond at the Gabba. What would your tip be?
Definitely Richmond.
Definitely Richmond? Yeah, right.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say probably Richmond as well.
Yeah.
As you said, the ins that they have and their finals experience.
And no
taken for
Zorko,
granted.
who's out, obviously.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. No.
Wasn't it?
Before.
Brisbane? Okay, all right. We'll go
never
one person down the front who wants Brisbane to win. Let's go to this game. Friday, 2nd of September. This is a qualifying final. Melbourne versus Sydney, 7:50 p.m. MCG. D's looking like they found some good form off the back of the Lions. Demolition, beating the Lions to the tune of 58 points. For Melbourne, they made it look clinical. They adapted to Brisbane's roughhouse tactics with simple, quick ball movement and quality entries backed up with accurate kicking and good conversion. Nice football to watch. Just point to the scoreboard. That's all they had to do. Sydney win at the expense of St Kilda, who were gallant and came up to the Swans. But the pressure of Sydney applied to the ball carrier, the pressure creating turnovers, was what saw them get across the line. What do you tip on this one? This should be an interesting game as well.
Yeah, I'll go with Melbourne.
Okay.
We played Sydney at the SCG 2 weeks ago, and they're tough at home. The ground's a bit different to the MCG, so I don't know how many games they played. They lost to Essendon at the MCG, so it's going to be a difficult task for them, I reckon.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go Melbourne. The ground's probably going to test Sydney.
Yeah.
I think the way they adapt to their grounds have been different to...
Yeah, good. All right. Saturday, September the 3rd, we're going to come back and discuss it. Qualifying final, Geelong v Collingwood, 4:35 at the MCG. Let's jump to this one, the elimination final. Another one. This is Fremantle versus Western Bulldogs, 8:10 p.m. our time, Optus Stadium in Perth. Freo 20-point winners over the Giants. The Dogs scraped in off the back of the Pies win over Carlton. They were challenged by Hawthorn but did enough to put themselves in contention. The bottom line now is do it or don't do it, and it's do or die for one of them. The game is in Perth on Freo's home deck, and they will have the 19th man sitting in the stands for them. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Very helpful for Freo that it's
On their deck?
On their deck. Yeah, I'd have to go with them. We haven't played both those teams in a while, so I don't really know how they're tracking, but yeah, I'd say Freo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same with Checkers, Freo.
Yeah, just like that, Freo all the way.
Yeah.
What we'll do now, let's go back to that game, the one that we want to talk about, the ones that you guys want to know a little bit more about. Collingwood versus Geelong. It's in our next little segment, which is called Tell Me More. You must be loving all the music and everything that's going on. It's just like, how fun is this? Yeah. All right, what we want to do here, ladies and gentlemen, each week we ask the panellists to give their thoughts and opinions on all thing in football, both in and around. We're not trying to make or break the news here. We just want to get your insight into it. Let's do it. Qualifying final, it doesn't get much bigger than this outside of the grand final. Pies v Cats, Saturday, 30th September, MCG. Game kicks off at 4:35 p.m. Let's chat about last Sunday's game, summing up in 3 letters. Wow. That's all I wanted to say about last week's game. Pies, just like a shark circling, don't go back into the water unless you want to get eaten. What a game. Carlton with an 8-goal third quarter, Collingwood with a 5-goal last quarter. It was a fantastic game to watch. Fast, quick football. The ball movement through the corridor from half back to half forward. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Word had filtered through that the Dogs had beaten the Hawks, meaning that the Blues needed to win at all costs, or it was season over for them. You kept them goalless in the first. Pressure created turnover. Howe was brilliant down back, nearly with Mark of the Year contender. Moore was at his resolute best. Maynard ended up with leather poisoning, from what I heard, which was unfortunate for him, but well done. What I wanted to allude to there, the back line really stood up. They were really great on the day. Because the pressure and the heat was coming from the Blues. They were winning the inside 50s but not converting, leaving the door wide open for Collingwood. If the Pies could get the game back on their terms and convert, look out, up steps Ash Johnson. Ash Johnson takes a mark deep in the Mission Impossible pocket. Tell us, mate, what were you thinking? Boundary line, deep forward pocket, right to left, check side banana. It was like a diver in the Olympics doing a forward triple reverse, inside out somersault.
I didn't know what was going through my mind.
Was it literally a fluke, as you suggested?
Well, I do a lot of practicing at training since missing that goal against Bombers. Oh, yeah. So since then, I just done a lot. You can say it's a fluke, but with practice,
He wasn't missing at training. When did we train? When was it? Friday.
Yeah.
We were having shots from that pocket,
really?
and he was making them. So
banging them.
The ball went 2 ways, so but he practices them, and
how's that?
Yeah.
Practice them down at the ground during training, that's one thing. Do it in front of 80,000 at the MCG in a crucial moment. Can you show us the celebration again? You can put your microphone down for it. There you go, that one. Yeah, very nice, very nice, beautiful. What I wanted to do there, basically just go into the fact that there are confident players, there's natural ability players, there's players that rise to big occasions, and there's those that thrive on the stage and soak in the atmosphere. Where do you guys sit in all of those definitions, both of you? Which one would you think you are?
No, it's a hard one. I'd say I'd like to be a confident player. Yeah. To get into the game early, it definitely helps you. I think every game for us is a big occasion.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, playing in front of a big crowd it helps everyone.
It's up and about.
Yeah, everyone loves it, and I think Ash is a big time player, so look out in the finals, I reckon.
The reason I the reason I asked that question, because it leads into this one. Big game players are those that thrive in the pressure. Jamie Elliott, you know. Billy is cementing himself as a big game player. He took an absolute contender for Mark of the Year, and then he goes back and he slotted it. I mean, that was just brilliant. McCleary's goal from the 50 on the boundary line, clutch goal in front of 88,287 people. What was that like? What were you both thinking when you saw that one go through? Because I remember it sailed over your head and you just went, yeah, all right.
It surprised me. I was on the line trying to block, but I don't think it was needed.
Yeah.
He told me after the game, he said that was a fluke too. So I think we just got to say we do the kicks on purpose.
Yeah, I was on the bench then, so our energy on the bench was pretty good as well.
Everyone started to get up and about. Yeah, good. Geelong, the McClellan Trophy winners for 2022, finishing on top of the ladder at the end of the home and away season, winning their last 13 games. Stanley and Cameron most likely also... I was thinking about College-Asney, probably with concussion, and then Cam Guthrie as well. So they'll probably come back in. Will be better for the week off. Last time both teams met was round 3. Cats won by 13 points. Pies winning 12 of their last 13, going down to Sydney by 27. Adams will most likely come back in. I talk of Taylor. Collingwood have had an outstanding year, defying all the odds and the expectations. But alrighty, where do you think this game will be won and lost against Geelong? Give us your thoughts on it, boys.
You go.
Well, as you said, against Carlton, our defence held up. They've got a good attacking, I'd say 3 with Cameron, Hawkins and Stangles. So, I full support in our defenders to get that job done. Yep. And then, it's on us to kick the goals.
Down the other end.
We'll try our best. Yep. But, our defenders have been awesome all year. If we can hold them to a low score, it might be another close one, so hopefully don't get too worried. But,
everyone's going, no!
I think...
Take your heart medication.
I think, bring the energy and we will as well.
Bloody awesome.
Yeah. Checkers pretty much said it all. Their forward line's been elite, but so is our back line. So we'll give them a good run as well.
Exactly. You'll match them. That's all we need to hear. And we'll be brave enough and go for a margin.
You go.
5 points.
Oh,
I don't know.
there it
1
is.
point.
All right, please put your hands together for the boys. Thanks, guys. Let's introduce the segment. It's called Simply the Best. There we go. All right, that was worth it, wasn't it? All right, now here we go with our first question.
I'll let you go.
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
How many premierships has your club won?
Nat. 15.
Wow, spot on. She's got 1 point. She's off the mark. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Mark Bano.
Bano?
Losing, probably, I think I've seen 7.
No.
I reckon 15, I think.
No. Do you remember the term collywobbles?
Sorry, turn it up.
Alrighty. Welcome to
Sorry
the show.
about that.
Welcome to the show, Bano. We'll put a beep over that one.
I'm sorry, all the kids here. Sorry.
No, it's all right, mate. Bano,
And
you're
women.
cool. He got it wrong, so Nat, it's your chance. You can come in and steal the points. How many grand final losses do you think you've been involved in?
I would think about 25.
Oh, you're so close. 27. Bad luck. Well done. All right. Back to the questions. Here we go. Bano, try and keep the language
Sorry,
down,
mate.
my
I
friend.
apologise. I really do. I'm
It's all
sorry.
right. It's all right. It's all good. Here we go. Who is your team's captain?
Nat.
Scott
Pendlebury.
Correct. Well done. Next question. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Nat. Josh Dacos.
Josh Dacos is correct. There you go.
Someone's helping them in the audience here. What's going on here?
If she can lip read from there, she's doing all right. How many members does your club currently have?
Nat.
Closest to within 1,000? Nat?
88.
A little bit. It's actually a little bit more from what I've got here. Bano, do you want to have a go?
Your turn.
I didn't even hear the question. I didn't, I swear.
So do you want to give me an answer?
I didn't even hear the question.
Oh,
I don't
didn't you?
reckon my speaker's working over here.
I don't think that you needed that beer. I reckon that's probably more the
members.
point.
Members probably...
Here you go. Here,
actually, we're down a bit this year, so probably they're, 82.
She was close and you went even further away. Okay. All right.
Told you I didn't hear the question.
No, it was 92,000. No points awarded to either of you. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season?
Nat.
Oh, you're not going to let me finish. Okay. Nat.
17.
Oh, correct. She got it right. Well done. I like it.
Good, mate.
I like it when I get to do the whole question, but I like it when you jump in too. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Bano.
Bano.
I think 3.
No, mate. No. Nat, do you want to have a go?
5.
Ooh, so close. 6. Bad luck. What year did your team last win a grand final?
Nat.
Ooh. Nat. Yeah, Nat.
2010.
And
What's going on here? Did we get a chance? The boys get a chance here or what?
yeah. They're worried about you've got. Anyway.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll finish the rest of the question. 2010. Who was and who did they play?
St Kilda.
Well done. All right, you get the point. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Nat.
Nat.
56.
Spot on. Well done. She's doing all right, isn't she? Hey, Bano, Brody's not happy with you, mate. You're not very happy with you at all. Here comes your next question. Who was the Collingwood player that won the Norm Smith medal in that grand... Nat?
Scott Pendlebury.
Oh, she's good, isn't she? Well done. All right, Bano, here's your chance. There's
Am I playing?
Well, I'm worried about who you barrack for more than that. Let's go with this. This is for 2 points. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2021 and how many goals did they kick? Nat.
Brody Myercheck.
Yes, that's correct. And how many goals?
31.
Oh, she's so close all the time. Do you want to have a go? I'll give you a chance to catch up, Bano. How many goals did he kick?
Am I playing, am I?
That's the question I'm asking.
I'll give you 29, I reckon.
Yeah, no, you probably should have just stayed there and said nothing. Brody Myercheck with 34. You get 1 point.
Well, you got to kick more, Brody.
All right, here we go. This is for 3 points. You can catch up here. Not. What's he actually got? Just one. Oh, none. Oh, jeez. Oh.
We'll give you some older questions.
All right, here we go. For 3 points, player, year and votes. Who was the last Collingwood player to win a Brownlow medal?
Nat.
What year and how many votes did they poll? Nat.
Nathan Buckley. Oh, no. Dane Swan.
Oh, no, it's not my
Dane Swan.
All right, you've got that.
No,
Keep going.
Dane Swan.
No. Nat, come on, you've got to finish it. Nat? Do you want to pass?
I've had a brain fade.
You've had a brain fade? Join Bano's club. That's where I think he's at too. Bano, do you want to give me an answer? Brownlow, what year? How many votes?
The last Brownlow for Collingwood.
Dane Swan.
I said Dane
Yeah,
Swan.
I know that.
Oh,
waiting.
yeah. What year? Oh, geez, probably 2010?
2011.
11?
Right, keep going. How many votes?
32.
33.
34. Nah,
We were close.
We'll just give one point down there to Nat. That's what we'll do there.
Am I on the board, am I?
No, you're still on 0, mate. Here's your chance, all right? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 3 player names. 3 player names. You have to add up their combined jumper numbers, all right? I'll give you 3 seconds once you buzz in. Nat, you'll get 3 seconds. Bano,
I'm a very simple man. Just give me about a minute.
Bano, you get half an hour.
Thank
all right?
you.
Here we go. Here are the 3 jumper numbers. Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, still side bottom. What do they all add up to?
Nat. 66. 66.
You've been so close all night.
75.
75. Wow. Thanks for your help. He's not listening. All right? No good.
I come from Broady. I'm a simple man.
That was
So
good.
do I.
This for the win, Nat, because it's really close. You've got 3 jumper numbers. Here are the names. Jack Crisp, Jeremy Howe, Darcy Moore.
'93.
Whoa!
I am the best. Orly.
Look at that.
Oh, well done.
Wow. And
I'm on the board.
how's that? And you got a kiss for it too now. That was actually your prize. That's great. No, congratulations, Nat. You are, what is she said?
A champion.
Simply the best. Well done. Simply well done. Hey, Nat, you don't go home empty-handed. Look what you've won. $190 Yamaha earbuds. All right? They're yours. Congratulations. Well done. Bano, you don't go home empty-handed. You've got that's good for footy football. Right? And keep your head warm. That's good for footy beanie. Right? Well done. Good on you, champ. Love it. Good stuff. We're going to do this segment first, so it's called What Can I Say? All right, well, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to ask you guys a series of questions, a whole lot of them. One-word answers if you like. If you want to go a little bit further, feel free. All right? Do you like running through the banners?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Yep, good. All right. The siren has gone. You need a goal to win the game. Who do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win the game for you?
Jamie Elliott.
Jamie Elliott.
You can say Ash Johnson if you want.
Yeah, Ash Johnson.
Well done, mate. We like that bit of confidence here.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, there you go. You was thinking, where'd that come from? Under the table. Collingwood supporters are?
Fantastic.
Simply the best.
Yeah? Simply the best.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, good. Which AFL club do you like to beat the most?
Geelong.
Yeah. Geelong, yep.
Geelong, yeah. Great, excellent, all right. Do you prefer a day or a twilight grand final?
Twilight.
Day.
Twilight and day.
Day.
Yeah? Twilight and day, all right. You've been reincarnated as an animal. What sort of an animal are you coming back as?
I actually had this chat the other day with someone. I don't know. Mate, a bird, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe a black and white bird?
Yeah.
Could it be
magpie.
A magpie, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, I'll just help you out there. Yeah?
Yeah, probably something not on the ground.
Yeah, you don't want to get stepped on, I get that. Which one of these things gets you the most pumped before a game? The smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Yeah.
I've been sitting next to Checkers for a while, so definitely the deep heat, I reckon.
Deep heat? Yeah, good.
We've had banana bread in our locker rooms lately, so I don't mind the smell of that.
Wow.
That's been pretty good.
I'll be sitting down doing some knitting after that, though. I don't know about going out and playing a game of football. Should Tasmania have a team of its own or a relocated team? Poignant question for you.
Yeah, they should definitely have a team. Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
Give it a try.
Yeah, okay, give it a crack. Who thinks they're the funniest bloke down at the club? Who thinks they are?
Trey Roscoe.
Trey Roscoe, yeah, right.
Who thinks so?
Nah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is.
I'll go with someone else. He is funny.
Yeah?
You go first.
No,
Who do you think?
Jack who?
Crisp?
Oh. Murph, I reckon, actually.
Okay.
Nathan Murphy thinks he's funny.
Yeah.
Agree with that?
He's
Okay.
more annoying than funny.
Yeah. There's a fine line between that, isn't there? Being an AFL footballer to you means?
Everything.
Everything.
Being
That's a good answer, everything.
Being sore 24/7.
Being sore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. Who's a bit tight with their money down at the club?
Darcy Cameron.
Oh, if you live with him, you'd know. Yeah?
I don't know.
No? Don't know? Okay. All right. I think you're being a bit gentle there. Who likes to get their rig out just a little bit too much?
Who's that?
Isaac Quaino.
Okay.
I'll say Bo.
Yeah?
Yeah, Bo in the gym's funny to watch.
Yeah. All right. There you
It's
go.
like he's trying to be a bodybuilder, not a footballer.
Thank God that you're a fitness instructor and you could have helped him out through that, which is good. You've been given the opportunity to do one of the following things, all right? Parachute out of a plane, take a hot lap in a V8 supercar, go hot air ballooning or swim with the sharks. Which one are you taking?
Take a lap in a supercar.
Yeah, lap in a supercar?
I'll do the same.
Do that.
Scared of
Okay,
heights.
good. All right. What's your favourite ground to play on around Australia apart from the MCG?
Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
Good sound in there.
Optus Stadium in
Perth.
yeah.
All right.
Very
Okay.
good.
Playing for the Collingwood Football Club is?
Dream come true.
Oh, beautiful.
Simply the best.
Nice. Very nice. What's the one thing you can't live without?
Family.
Food.
Family. I like it. Family and food. Yeah, good. What's better, mark or goal of the year? This is a good one. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When you're filling up the car with petrol, do you round it up to the nearest dollar or just until it stops?
Nearest dollar.
Nearest dollar. Okay. Broads?
Nah, till it stops.
Till it stops?
And then a bit extra. Just
Then a little bit extra.
to get a
just
bit
to
more
tap
out
it a
of it,
bit?
yeah.
Yeah, all right. Who's the absolute worst dresser down at the Collingwood Football Club, in your eyes?
Nathan Murphy.
Oh, you didn't even have to think about that either. That's good.
He went to the game in Berks, I think.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I wouldn't. I'd say Guinea, but I think the trends of the younger people these days is a bit different. So I might not get it. So,
No,
but he wears some
I
questionable
know where
kids.
you're going. I know where you're going. Collingwood. No, we won't do that one. Do the flashing lights and the music that go on after a goal is kicked at Etihad Stadium? What do you think about all that? Do you like it or not? You know, goal gets kicked, lights, music.
Yeah, I like it.
It's okay. Yeah, Broads.
Yeah, I don't mind it. The WA ground, they
really do it.
They go over the top.
I think they were the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Etihad doesn't really.
All right.
Or Marvel, sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Yeah.
You're a contestant on a reality TV show. What sort of a TV show is it?
Survivor.
Survivor.
Yeah, I'm going till the end on that one.
I'm not sure.
No, nothing
What do you
springs to mind.
No, nothing.
No, not Love Island or anything like that.
Probably.
Yeah, all right. Do you prefer to see the coach on the bench or in the box?
On the bench.
On the bench, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. What has been the best win that you've been involved in so far?
Yeah, Carlton, definitely.
Yeah, the Richmond prelim 2018. And then, yeah, definitely. And a lot of games this year, like the close games are really, really good to win.
Yeah, they stick with you, don't they? That's been awesome. Who's the coach's pet, do you think?
Pendles. I don't know.
It's all right, it's good.
Jack Ginnivan.
Oh, Guinea. Keep your head up, Guinea. It's all right. If you were to appear on a talent show, would you be a singer or a dancer?
Backup singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dancer.
Yeah.
Dancer. All right. Let's get some. No, we won't do that to you.
Singer.
What do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
Yeah, baby.
Take the phone out.
Yeah, cool. Excellent.
Yeah. It still seems weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah. Now, I know this might be a bit of a preemptive question, but think about it anyway. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
I've made it.
No, that's what I was saying. It's a bit of a preemptive one, but look over there.
Oh, is she? I think it's amazing. Take it for granted.
Yeah.
The people that support you and put your number on your back. It's an awesome feeling, and you become a role model to them, and it's awesome.
Good. So, as a preemptive thought for you?
Amazing feeling, especially growing up and wanting that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. I like it. After the game, are you able to relax, or does it take you a while to unwind?
Takes a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same?
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. Adrenaline's still pumping.
All
Few
week.
coffees?
Yeah, a few.
Soreness kicks in hours later, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a few boys.
Okay.
Yeah, struggle to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
You pump yourself up for the game, and that doesn't go away for
sure.
a couple of days after.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. We ask all the hard-hitting questions here. Should some tomato sauce be in the fridge or in the cupboard?
I get yelled a lot by my girlfriend. I say cupboard.
Cupboard. All right.
Fridge.
All right. Just to be different, I like it. All right, there you go. Put your hands together for the boys. I just wanted to say to everyone, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We were really rapt. We normally do the shows, as I've told you before. We're all the way over at Wheelers Hill, which is a long way away from here. But we were fortunate enough. We got a lovely phone call from someone that we hold dear to our heart, Samantha. Thank you very much for inviting us over and putting on the show here. We really appreciate it. Thanks for putting on a fabulous night. We've really enjoyed being here. This is That's Good Footy panel show. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. We love doing these shows. We love meeting all you people, and we love you meeting these guys, which is even more special. I just need to tell you very quickly, we're about to move into September. The smell of the fresh cut grass and the footy finals is all here in Melbourne. It's a great time of the year, probably my favourite, I'd suggest. But there's 4 dates to keep in mind. September the 7th, September the 14th, September the 21st, and then possibly a grand final show, which we'd love to be Collingwood. How good would that be? Wow. Will you come back, Broads? Will you come back
it's
on?
going to happen.
Yeah. All right. But next week on the show, Wednesday, August the 31st, I'll have on the panel from the Melbourne Football Club, Angus Brayshaw and Christian Salem. Tickets are on sale now. Remember, though, moving forward, to keep an eye on the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. Keep an eye out for the dates, or even better, as I spoke about earlier, go on and sign up, and that way the information will come to you in a text message, because that's what we'll do. If you're purchasing your tickets, you can only get them online. Go to www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events. We would love to hear from you. You purchase tickets through the ticketing platform, turn up on the night, and it's as simple as that. These shows are recorded live. They're done in front of a live audience. That's you guys. Yeah, we really appreciate it. That's why it's done live. What I'd like to say is thank you very much. If you can put your hands together for Sam, my sound guy, and Sandy that does the door on the floor. She's been wonderful tonight. We really appreciate all the effort that's gone in there. A lot of people say to us, how many people actually put these shows together? And we say 3, and they go, yeah, it looks like it. Or they say, yeah, wow, only 3. That's good. You can take it however way you want, but we love doing them, and we look forward to seeing you again. I just now would like you to please be cordial, upstanding, whatever you want. And please thank Ashley Johnson.
Thank you.
Brody Myercheck. It's been wonderful chatting with the boys tonight. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you for everything. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. All right. I just want them to have the final say. Ash, your first time. How'd you go tonight? Did you enjoy yourself?
Thanks a lot, everyone. I enjoyed every second, every minute of it. I'll be back.
Good.
Go Pies.
That sounds fantastic. Well done, Brooks.
Once again, thanks for everyone for coming, and enjoy the final series. Hopefully it's a good one, and we win the premiership.
There you go. Wonderful. As I said, thanks to everyone for coming along tonight. This is the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you and good night, everyone. Cheers.